We are out of Europe and we're heading to the rest of the international tours. We have passed the halfway mark of the 2018 Sunoco Elite Series season as we return here back to Twin Ring Motegi. We had a one-season absence because this track was in a repave, and now we return here, a nice black surface on this track instead of the cracked surface we used to know, and we're set up, ready to go. A lot of people very excited about this event. Some real good actions expected around here with this new track surface this year. And as we head into the back half of the season, it's getting really tight up at the front, and it's now going to be a blitz to the finish with only 10 rounds left in the Sunoco Elite Series season. Silly season did open, but you guys should know how that has been going. But Kieran Mulcher announced that he would be taking a sabbatical after this season and will not be competing in the 2019 season, but he is starting on pole position here in Twin Ring Motegi. It's his second pole position of the year. If I'm correct, his third front row start. Mulcher has been on a roll when it comes to starts this season, and actually it might be his fourth front row start. I'm not sure. Mulcher has been absolutely amazing in qualifying. It's just when we get to the actual race, he tends to lack pace or just ends up in bad situations. Mulcher trying to put together a win here today to try to finish out his 2018 season strong before he goes on his break. That's alongside Eric Monaco. Eric sitting in the top 10 in points. He's looking very strong this season, and a lot of people expect a lot out of him as we go into next year. With one Maverick already confirmed out of a seat and a new one coming in next year, Eric trying to pick up his pace to try to not be like Rahal. On row 2, Ryan Monaco in his first actual return race, because the other one was just using Shepard's result. This is his first qualifying, and he's starting in third. Ryan really impressing in his first qualifying back, and he's starting right behind his new teammate. We'll see what Ryan can do back in the car for just a few races before Shepard returns once we head back to America. It's alongside Hans Windhelm. Windhelm hasn't had the greatest of seasons. He really hasn't been in his prime since his days of Epic Motorsports, but Windhelm out here today for Monarch. He's already been reconfirmed to come back to the 58 next season with Discount Tire, so Windhelm just riding off the confidence of knowing that his ride is safe. On row 3, William Brock, now in this title fight after winning the European Tour, getting 40 points for his championship hunt. And he's now third in points. It's looking very good for Brock, better than it has in a few years. And Brock looking to fight for a title for the first time since probably season 1. Maybe season 2. That's alongside Tyler Thaber, coming off his first career win last week in the Cardiala Sprint, having to defend off Lorenz Log and Wolfstein von Schaefer. Was able to take Roush Racing Enterprises' first win of the year. So this team has a lot of confidence going into today because of that win out of Thaber. But speaking of Log and von Schaefer, they both start behind him. Lorenz at the inside of row 4 and Wolfstein on the outside. Lorenz looks like he's finally kicking up his pace. So we'll have to see what Lorenz can do as time goes on. Alongside Wolfstein von Schaefer, which speedways aren't his strong suit, so this is surprising to see Wolfstein do this good. We'll see if he can keep the pace up in the race. And on row 5, you got Jeffrey Finguy, back on the track type where he's good, and where there's a lot of expected out of Finguy, but he is coming out of retirement to do this, so hopefully his old age isn't starting to affect him. And that's alongside Dan Bartlett, another road ringer, doing good on a speedway. But it is still international. He may have been to Twin Ring before. He is from Europe, so it's not too far. We'll see. What can Dan Bartlett do here today in Twin Ring? We look back. Championship rivals, or championship contenders, really didn't do too good. Duncan, the worst case of that. You could see Jackson up there, and Angels a few rows up from that. All three of them are going to have to do a little bit of work if they want to get to the front of the field. Along with your Speedway King, Alexander Rowe, starting just on the outside of row 7. But Kieran Mulcher, pole position here in Twin Ring. Here's your command.
Drivers, start your engines!
We roll through 3 and 4. Kieran Mulcher, for the second time this year for Roush Racing Enterprises, coming off their first win this year. He leads it down to the green flag. Here we are green in the International Tour. Out of 2, Mulcher gets the jump on the field. Eric and Ryan fight for second, but Eric is going to get the position. Brock down the inside for third. I think Brock's got it. No, Ryan's gonna fight back, but I think Windhelm's gonna spoil it for Ryan. The possibility of him getting that spot back, and yes, he will. Windhelm gonna move through the middle. Brock, oh, he's peeking on Eric. Mulcher trying to run away early. Running away isn't something you do around here, though. There's Dan Bartlett. Oh, trying to get Ryan here. Oh, a little shaky. He's got Johan on the inside. Ryan, there is no pace in that 34. There is no pace in that 34. He's got nothing. I don't know what's going on with Ryan, but it's not good. Something's not right. No mechanical issues are reported, but your first race back on a speedway, maybe it's just him being rusty for not being here for a few years. How about Duncan? He's made up a miraculous 1 spot since the start. Good job. Yep, as we predicted, Mulcher was not going to get away. And now Eric Monaco hunts the back of the 37. Mulcher's been running his race for a few laps, but yep, here we go. 3 wide for the lead. Eric and Brock both challenge. I think the 37 is going to hold. The inside is really strong in the early run. As the run goes on, the inside's going to get better. But for now, I think the outside is going to benefit that 37 here. He should be able to get the momentum. No, maybe Eric might have this. Down the inside goes Eric Monaco, but the outside. Inside's a little bit better in 3 and 4, but it's not much better in the early run. Basically, you just got to get up as far as you can and just wait for the run to go on as far as it can before you start challenging for the lead. You can make passes throughout the pack because people are in dirty air with each other, but when you're not in dirty air, it's pretty hard to get past. Eric will retain second. There is Lorenzo Log making a dive. Oh, that was too hasty. Too hasty, Lorenz. But Eric is looking, he's peaking on the 37. The run is starting to get longer and longer. No cautions have come out, and this is starting to put Mulcher's lead in jeopardy because the tires are wearing down and the outside is getting weaker. Here comes Eric. Can he make this one work? I think he might. Yes, he will. Eric Monaco, new leader. Your winner in Autodrome de Paris, now leading in the next speedway on the calendar, Twin Ring Motegi. Oh, Bartlett's making moves. Interesting. A really good road ringer is now challenging for what was a top 5. 4th even, he was challenging for. Paulson, where did you start? 12th. Okay, so you've been making up spots. Paulson up into the 4th position after starting 12th. And there is Mulcher coming back on Eric. The fight continues. Oh, shaky with the momentum in 1 and 2. The inside, getting that low can cost you. And Eric is going to sweep around the outside. Mulcher not giving up. Paulson moving into 3rd. We talked about Rahal being out of the car back in the starting streams, but we didn't actually say he was in the car. That would be the 42. The current driver of the 42, Cordell Paulson, will be moving into the 83 next year. So could there be a possible alliance right now between the 87 and the 42 because of Paulson's new contract next year? You never know. But he does have his current teammate and team owner right behind him, so he might just keep his allegiance where it is with the 01 because Brock always been a very strong driver. Mulcher back to the lead. Eric couldn't hold it for as long as he would have wanted. Jackson finally moving on the 05. Arndt has been blocking him all race long so far, and it looks like he'll actually try to continue to do so. He's fighting back on the outside. Windhelm's been dropping since the start as well. Connor Hurley making his 5th start of the year, but it seems that whenever Connor Hurley makes a start, he performs exceptionally well, and today is no different. He sits in the top 20 position right now. Hurley continues to be impressive when he can actually make the race. Here is Duncan down the inside of Gerard Aron. And there it is, it's starting to show. That outside is losing strength. And because of that, Duncan's going to get the 24th spot. And he's going to chase back after Scott Roush, who he was fighting with before. And actually, he's just going to challenge him. Oh, I don't think he's going to get there. Nope. Johan Arndt and Jackson fighting. John Arndt still ahead of Jackson. Arndt is really fighting with him here. Brock utilizing the now more powerful inside line down the inside of Eric Monaco. The worry is going to start to happen in pit stops because if pit stops happen, it all begs the question of what would happen if a caution came out mid-cycle. And that's where the risk comes. If you pit early, you're going to be faster for a good stage, and you're going to probably undercut some people. But the problem is, do you want to risk it? Full frontal takes a 1-2 position right now. But yeah, do you risk that? Because if you pit early and a caution comes out, you're completely screwed. Your race is over. You're done. But if a caution doesn't come out, you might be golden for an opportunity of a really good finish or even a win if you're up here. So the question of undercut versus overcut is so much more complicated at a place like this than it is at a road course like Cardiala, like it was last week. Because pits are more dependent on whether you think a caution is going to come out, because we've seen a lot of very close in things happening where it was almost a wreck, but it wasn't. How long until that becomes a wreck? Practice was a minefield. Here comes Malcher for second. Bartlett waits in the wings. No, he's not. He's not waiting for anyone. Down the inside of Malcher as well. There is the Speedway King. His teammates are not in sight. He's working alone. But I don't think that's a problem. Knowing Rowe. Rowe has won 2 of the last 3 races. Could he make it 3 for 4? Rowe wants to fight for a title. And he's doing everything in his power to do so. Oh, he's going to peek down the inside of Brock and Bartlett. I think Bartlett's going to actually win this battle between these 3. Bartlett's got a good line. Yep, he's going to clear the 41. He's going to maybe even clear the 01. And yep, he'll get that spot. That was the fight for 3rd. And it goes to Bartlett. We look back. There is Shane Vincent fighting for 11th with John Arndt. Shane, though, on the outside, and we're getting into the run now, and yeah, the outside isn't as strong. He's going to keep fighting, though. I mean, good for him if you're going to keep fighting. Yeah, there it is. There's that outside line being a bit of a yikes. It seems that Duncan has made the move up into what seemed 22nd. He's looking at a possible top 20 soon. So Duncan is making progress, but it's just very slow progress. Paulson fights at the front of the field with Kieran Mulcher. How many wins does Paulson have? I think 3. I think he's going for 4. Hear that? It might be 4 going for 5, actually. I think it might be 4 going for 5. Mulcher has 3 going for 4. Bartlett's going for his first. Brock's going for his 11th. Rowe's going for his 9th. Eric's going for his 3rd. Angel's going for his 4th. Wolfstein's going for his 1st. Olar's going for his 4th. And Faber's going for 2 in a row. That's how we stand right now on people trying to go for their win count. And here we go. Mulcher has gotten Paulson, but you see that 86 has plans of his own. Oh, Rowe is right there. The Speedway King, he's picking up pace. It's going to be hard to stop him if he gets the lead. But Bartlett, a British touring car driver, I'm not even sure how many times he stepped on a speedway before the... Paulson, never do that again. How many times he stepped on a speedway before he came to the Elite Series, and here he is, fighting for a win on a speedway. Coming up to that halfway point, did anyone pit during that section that I talked about? The answer looks to be no. I don't think anyone pit during that undercut range. Here is Rowe! Oh no, Paulson trying to get away! He'll challenge Bartlett! We're getting late in the run, and now the inside is so strong. The inside is almost unstoppable at this point in the run. And the 42 is going to take the lead, but here he comes, the Speedway King, Alexander Rowe. He's more the Kansas King than anything, but the Kansas King, he is here, and he is ready to fight for a win. Bartlett and Paulson fight for the lead, but Rowe now closes down. Where are your points, contenders? That's the question we've been asking all race long. Duncan fighting for 22nd, and he's the one in 22nd. He's fighting to keep it. Maybe outside work. This pack up here is fighting. If he can get up there, then he might be able to fight for some spots. Jackson making moves. There is Angel. Angel is silently sat. Oh, someone's grenaded it! That's Ryan! Oh, that's the problem. He's been slow all race long, and there it goes. Ryan's up in smoke. 3 wide for the lead, though. We got to focus on this. Yep, engine failure for the driver of the 34. Not what they wanted after that good qualifying. No pace, and then the engine went up in smoke. Bartlett has the lead, but Rowe now hunting for second. And maybe the lead. We're past the halfway point of the race. The pit cycle is going to be very soon. So now more than ever, it's important to get track position. Caution's out! Oh, caution. Flies. We're lucky it's before the pit cycle. Caution is out. Someone went into the inside wall. What happened? Roush has been trying to get as many spots as he can because he needs to make up time and points, but he got too eager on the 14 and would clip him and would send him into Scott and send him into the inside wall. And that is going to put some major damage on the 14. Not what Travis Ultra wanted, and Roush looking at a possible penalty. Woobagak. So now it gets interesting. Pits should happen now. There's no reason you shouldn't pit now. If you pit now, you can make it to the end of the race. And yeah, that's exactly what people are going to do. Bartlett, Rowe, Paulson, Mulcher, and Eric Monaco are the first 5 as we enter pit lane. No one should stay out. If you stay out, you're stupid. You are just straight up stupid. And no, not a soul is staying out because pitting now is going to give you the tires and the fuel you need to get to the end of the race. And that is important. Rowe, in his pit stall now, should be... Well, we could see 2 tires. I could see it. But I expect 4 tires. No, 2 tires. Paulson takes 4. Rowe took 2. It was Rowe. It wasn't everyone else. Everyone took 4. Rowe is going... Oh, Rowe is playing games with us right now. Rowe is playing games, and he just got He just got the lead. And I think Arndt just played the same game. The call was 2 for some, 4 for others. How is that gonna work? Is that smart? Everyone's stacking up. And yep, Johan in the pits getting damage repairs. Gotta be very unhappy with driver of the day. We'll be back when we head back green. Alright, your order is Rowe, Monaco, Arndt, Schaefer, Bartlett, Connor, Monaco, Alog, Bouchard, Paulson, and Alex Benyako. All of Thundersport is 6, 7, 8. This is a Honda home track. This is the closest Alog has to a home track. You know that team wants to win. But it's Alexander Rowe, the Kansas King, leading it back down to the green flag here. We are back green, which should be our only pit stop here in Motegi. Green flag is in the air. Oh, I don't think 2 tires was the call. I don't think those tires are gonna live. Rowe, wait. I don't think those tires are gonna make it to the end. Thinking about it logically, those tires shouldn't be able to make it. I mean, Rowe's staying confident. I don't like that. I don't think that's gonna work, Rowe. I believe same applies to Arndt and Von Schaefer. And Eric, I think all of them took 2 tires. I don't think 2 tires was the call. Bartlett, the first one with 4. I think 4 tires was the call. Arndt versus Eric Monaco. This is for the lead. And no! Rowe calls it! And I think Bartlett was a 2 tire as well! They called it! Oh, they made a big mistake! I think they realized their mistake and it was too late. It was too late. 2 tires was a terrible call. And I think they just realized those tires are not going to make it. And now the race just changed. They made a stupid call, and now Arndt, Eric, and Wolfstein aren't staying out. Arndt and Wolfstein, well, these 3. So yeah, Bartlett must have took 2 as well, but these 3. A few people have 2 tires. I don't think 2 tires is going to make it. Oh, a few people got the wall. Yikes. There's Bartlett now out on track. Bartlett, dude, why would you make that call? There's Rowe as well. They're not making it. They didn't make it, but they're screwed. They're screwed. We can stop thinking about them now. It is Eric Monaco versus Wolfstein Von Schaefer. Arndt and Alog sit in the wings, and then you have the 4 tire takers. The guys who were logical. Paulson, Monaco, Brock, Angel, Faber, Jackson. All these people, they played their cards right. And Donkin is not far from his title contenders now. And that is Bouchard. People are pitting because they made mistakes. You don't take 2 tires because the other 2 aren't going to make it. And now they're in to get those other 2 tires. A mistake in the pits can cost you everything. And it's what it did. Here comes Wolfstein Von Schaefer. But this is the start of a new run. The outside is going to be strong for a little while. So again, your goal. Get up there. No! Bouchard wasn't tires! Bouchard was an engine! Oh, Bouchard's engine's gone! Arndt's in this battle now! I think these 3 took 2 unless Arndt got a miraculous pit stop on 4 tires. I think he's on a 2 tire stop, and I'm not even sure if he can make it with these tires. I'm gonna keep my eye on him, but yeah, 1 Thundersport just went down to an engine. So no. Bouchard's down for his own reason, and now you gotta question what's going on with Thundersport if they're gonna be okay. Outside's too strong. Outside's too strong. Right? Arndt should have this. There he goes. Oh, wait. Eric's holding on. Oh, boy. Eric wants the lead. He wants it bad. No, let's focus on this. We'll look back in a minute. Oh, here comes Paulson on Schaefer. Schaefer on Arndt. But Monaco and Arndt are still battling. Oh, the fight for the lead is on. Monaco had to fight for a win in Paris, and now he'll have to fight for one here in Twin Ring. But he's fighting it with a guy who hasn't been in his prime for 2 years. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Arndt was good last year. He just didn't win. He went winless last year. You know, Arndt wants to go back to victory lane. Prove he's still got it. He's got his teammate. A lap car not far back. Where's his other teammates? Where's the 98? Pericles is 23rd. Where is Roger Ray? Did we miss him? 16th. We did miss him. So, Scott Ganassi's doing okay. But they're all relying on this 05. The guy they've been relying on for the last few years. With good reason. He's been really quick the last few years. And Arndt wants to go back to victory lane. But the laps are closing down. He's got to get this move. The outside's starting to get weaker, though. It's starting to slow down. The inside starting to get stronger, and the race is closing down. You see back there, I see Jackson and Angel are together. Duncan is trying to get on the move. Oh, there was a pause. Did someone pit? No, I think it was just the battle up here at the front. Caused a big checkup through the pack. I think that's what happened. Yeah. That had to be. Oh, but a new challenger approaches. A driver with 4 tires. That is Cordell Paulson. Uh-oh. Arndt, you thought Eric was your biggest opponent here? No. Cordell Paulson is here and ready to fight for a win. He's the first person to get to the front with the 4 tires and fuel, I think. Brock's the second. I think Jackson might be the third. Jackson versus Angel is on. The battle for what could be the points lead if Duncan can't get on the move. We look back. Here we go. Paulson versus Arndt. Arndt 2 tires. Paulson 4 tires. I think Paulson's just got the advantage. I don't think Arndt can hold him. I don't think Eric can hold him. I think this is Paulson's win. I think this is Paulson's game. Eric's now down the inside of Arndt. Paulson has the lead. Arndt not gonna give up. He wants to keep fighting. A crippled Bouchard's ahead. Arndt's gonna use him. Paulson continues to fight back. We're less than 10 to go. We're at 9 laps to go. And they're side by side. Eric in the wings. Connor not far. The inside's stronger now. The inside is starting to be stronger. Paulson, your tires aren't... Because of the tires, though, he's sticking even. They're on even ground right now. Side by side. I think Arndt's got it. No, Paulson's holding. No, Arndt's got it. Arndt's clear. He's clear. Now can he hold off the challenge from behind? Here comes Brock. Brock is starting to make moves now. This is coming down to the wire. Paulson's got the tires to win this, but he's got to get out of the outside. The outside's weak now. He's got to get low. He's got to hope that Eric's momentum gets hit hard in 1 and 2 so that he can take advantage. It did! Oh, that's exactly what he needed. He's going to go after Art now. Oh boy, here we go. Is Bartlett's playing spoiler? Oh, Bartlett's spoiling it to help his teammate. As long as he's up to speed, there's nothing against it. But it's not working! Here comes Paulson! Oh no. 6 laps to go! Arndt still holding! Here comes Paulson! No! Bartlett spoils it! Oh, but now here comes Bartlett on his teammate! Ugh. Come on, don't lose your voice. Bartlett's on his teammate! That could cost him! The Monaco brothers are closing in! Oh my god, I think his own teammate just cost him the win. Here comes Paulson down the inside. They're side by side, 5 to go! Eric back in it! Connor getting in it! I'm not even counting out Brock. We know what Brock can do. Arndt trying to hold the outside, it's not gonna work. The inside's too strong at this stage. They are fighting with all they've got, but we aren't even sure if those tires can last on that 05. Paulson's got it! 4 to go for Cordell Paulson! Connor's got 3rd. Could Connor do a come from behind win? Alright, future me popping in. Because something weird's about to happen, and it's not something that I necessarily handled well in the recording, so I want to explain what happened from an out of character standpoint, because fucking that stupid caution caused everyone to pit at the exact wrong time. And you know, you're watching everyone, people making contact with each other, and then Gerard goes straight into the pit wall and caused the stupidest caution ever and ruined the race. But we were already so far into the race that I didn't want to give it up because I had already had a failed attempt that made it to this point already. So we came up, I came up with a solution that I think is going to work as fair. And you'll see in a minute here what happened with Gerard, him getting fucking memed by the pit wall. Good job, Gerard. But yeah, that'll get explained, and you could just thank NR being NR for this. Yeah, it was a yikes. Why is Japan so confusing? This track is dumb, but yeah, you'll see soon. So first of all, a caution did come out in a weird sort of pit cycle thing. And it would be Gerard trying to dive down pit lane way too late, and he should have committed to staying out. And it costs him and PJ Krenko, but it doesn't, because the stewards have officialized this is a very odd situation. We're going to overtime, and they're going to set it up based on how they were before they pit. Meaning Paulson and Arndt will continue to fight for this win. They're going to set it up based off of how they were just a few laps earlier. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right here. This is the start of lap 61. This would be the lap that the pit would happen and the chaos would ensue. The stewards are allowing it to where we are going to overtime going off of this lineup. It will be Paulson, Arndt, Monaco, Brock, Jackson, Alog, Malcher, Rowe, Schaefer. Or not Rowe. Rowe is a lap down. And so Rowe's a lap down, so 10th would be Angel. 10th will be Angel. So they're going to set up like this. We are going to overtime for the second time this year. Cordell Paulson, your leader. After that bit of confusion, we'll be back when we go back green here in Motegi. Alright, we are back, and if you do not know how overtime works, allow me to explain. We are now set back up to go 2 laps to go on the drop of the green flag, As I said, we are set up to how they were in the order before the pit cycle began. So it is Paulson, Arndt, Monaco, Brock, Jackson, Alog, Mulcher, and then the 2 Trailblazers taking out the top 10. If we reach the final lap, next lap ends the race. If we have a caution before the white, there will be a rerun, and whoever got involved in the incident will be sent to the rear. And we will restack them and re-go based off of this order, just taking the people who got in the incident and putting them in the back. Once we hit the 3 attempts, if we do not get a good attempt within 3 tries, we will do just a full blitz. Unless it's a full safety concern, it will be next flag ends the race once the 4th attempt begins. If there is a situation in which we do need to call the caution, then the race would be called based off of the order the drivers are in when they cross the line for the final lap instead of the finish line. It will essentially become a race back for the win. So cars are set back up. There are 37 in the field. There were 3 who were not permitted to compete because they were either 1 lap down or they were out. Those being Rowe, Bouchard, and Ryan Monaco. They are not here. Everyone else is here. Everyone was able to get fresh rubber. Anyone who wanted to get a backup, like Ron because of his incident on the pit lane, he could get a backup. They got their backups, got everyone out on track. Everyone's got fresh tires, fuel, and ready to go to the end of this race. And now things get interesting. Very interesting. All right, cars are rolling. For the second time, we are going into overtime. First one was all the way back at the season opener in Pensacola, and now we're opening the International Tour with an overtime finish, green, white, checkered. Pace car is back in, 2 laps to go for Cordell Paulson. Can he hold on to take the win here in Twin Ring Motegi? And green flag is back in the air in Japan. Now, the big question, with 2 laps left, can anyone have a challenge? Connor, trying to make a dive early. Oh, Connor Monaco, can he steal it? This is the big scary spot. Are we gonna be going back yellow? No! Connor Monaco, he lunges. He's trying to keep it from Paulson. Here comes Eric. And white flag is in the air for Connor Monaco. Honda trying to go to victory lane in their home. There is a bigger crowd out here for Honda than anyone else. And Connor Monaco got a win ripped from his fingertips in Michigan. Can he win here in Japan? Down the back straight, it's Paulson versus Monaco. Bar to bar, through 3 and 4. Does Paulson have enough? It's a drag race back to the line. Cordell Paulson wins in Japan. And Monaco will have to wait another day. It is a Honda 2, 3, 4, but Chevrolet is on top here in Japan. Connor got inches. What was the gap? 1/100th of a second was the gap. And Cordell Paulson was able to fend it off. First attempt. Good. And to victory lane goes Chevrolet, and Cordell Paulson takes the win. Congratulations to Cordell Paulson. This is what Chevrolet needed. Honda, I mean, they gotta be happy. It's a 2, 3, 4, an incredible drive. 12 for Duncan. Is that enough to hold on to his points lead? Actually, Angel was below him, so he might have held on to his points lead. Eric, taking a victory lap of some kind. He's got to be happy. A top 3 is exactly what Eric needs in this points chase, so good job, Eric. Pericles, I don't know why you took another round, but Congratulations to Cordell Paulson taking 5th career win? I believe it's his 5th career win around here in Twin Ring Motegi. So good job, Cordell Paulson. Actually, I think Paulson already won this year. I don't know. I'm a little weird after what just happened, but Connor, you got so close. But yeah, congratulations to Cordell Paulson. Let's go look at your finishing results. So it's Cordell Paulson taking the win here in Motegi in Japan. This is what Paulson needed to push. A lot of confidence coming off of getting a new ride at Maverick next year at Honda. So in reality, you could say it's a Honda top 4. It's just honorary Honda driver. Connor Monaco 2nd, Eric Monaco 3rd. It's a Monaco 2-3. They started 2-3, but it was Eric and Ryan. It's going to end Connor and Eric. Jackson in 4th may have just snatched the points lead. I think he did. No, I don't think he did. I think if anyone had the chance to grab it, it was Brock. We'll see. You'll see post-race who has the points lead. But it's Arndt. A great result for Arndt. He could have won this race. But a top 5 is amazing for John Arndt. It's what he needs to get his season back on track. Kieran Malcher 6th, William Brock 7th, Ray Hall in 8th, Alog 9th, and Wolfstein von Schaefer will round out the top 10. That got exciting. Let's look down the order. Some people who did good. Monaco Dynasty, good weekend overall. 23rd, 24th for a ranked D team. Not bad. Not bad for that team. I would not say that's bad in any aspect, although it wasn't good for Red Stallion in 30th, 34th, and not qualifying. Not what they needed if they wanted to catch up to Fitzwater Australia Racing. Fitzwater Australia Racing got 22-27. Not even what they really wanted. But this, even with the issue that Bouchard had, this is the day that Thundersport needed. 2nd and 9th. Mwah. Beautiful job for that team. This is exactly what they needed to get back on track. Congratulations to him. Surprisingly, Bartlett and Finguy were actually on the lead laps, so they actually got to compete in this, but 27-28, they were, or not 27-28, 36-37, 27-28 was Cranko Jones, but yeah, overall, good day for Honda. It was a fantastic day for Honda. What they needed in this points chase to extend their lead on TUA, but it could have been better for TUA. Chevrolet comes out on top though here in Twin Ring. Next time we're heading down another speedway. It's Calder Park for what is predicted to be the last time the Elites goes to Calder Park before we move on to Phillip Island, which will be the Australian round next year. They've already signed that contract, so this will be our last time around the Australian Oval that's been here since Season 1, so we're excited for that. Congratulations, Cordell Paulson and Chevrolet taking the win here in Twin Ring, and we will see you all next time in Australia. Ciao.